DeAndre Ayton might be the top guy then that we really are kind of wondering about. There were reports about Detroit and Atlanta kind of going after him. Now some of that Detroit talk has kind of
Sure.
fizzled out a bit with their recent moves, especially now getting Noel and what they did on draft night. What's the market look like for DeAndre Ayton right now? Could you see him staying in Phoenix on a cheaper deal? Because I think initially everyone thought, oh, they're not going to give him the max, so where's he going to go? Could this be a John Collins type situation where his restricted free agency kind of drags out, and maybe the Suns get him cheaper than expected?
I think you hit the nail on the head a little bit that it could be like a John Collins scenario. I mean, look, I'll say this, Alex. DeAndre Ayton's camp has maintained that he is a max player. They have been banging the table for that for a long time, whether it's Phoenix or somewhere else. Where they're going to get it is interesting. I think, Alex, the way that they're going to have to get that, it would have to be through a sign and trade with the team. Now, there's plenty of teams out there that need a center. You look at Toronto. Indiana's been the subject of Miles Turner trade rumors. I'm just stating teams in general.
Yeah.
I think for DeAndre, that's the way it's going to have to be. I don't think necessarily the cap space teams, while they could maybe make a run. You could make a case for San Antonio. If they want to try to maybe trade Podol and go a little younger with some of the guys that they have, it's possible. But I always kept an eye on the Atlanta Hawks because I felt like Clint Capella would be an interesting piece to get back. And this is my opinion, that he played with Chris Paul. They've got a little bit of a connection there. You can get maybe some other pieces there from Atlanta. They've got tradable contracts. They've got wing guys that you can put in that as well. So to me, that I think that's a team to certainly keep an eye on. Detroit, I agree with you. Once they got Jalen Duren, I think some of the steam out of that calmed a little bit. I would be curious if Bill Duffy, who represents both Miles Turner and DeAndre Ayton, and Neiman Amakian also represents DeAndre Ayton as well. But Bill has the connection for both of those guys who have been in, you've got Ayton in a situation where he's not getting the money he wants, and you got Miles Turner, who's been the subject of many trade rumors. Can maybe something happen there? Ayton would be younger and fit Indiana's kind of rebuild, retool, whatever you want to call it. But you'd be paying him a lot more than Miles Turner, and you'd be doing it for a longer time. Is that a position of need that they're going to want to pay for? Time will tell there. I think, certainly people talked about like the Charlotte Hornets looking for a center, but then they get Mark Williams out of Duke. So where is it going to come from is going to be the big question. But I do think, Alex, ultimately it's got to be a sign and trade at this point. If I had to peg it as of today, a couple of days before free agency starts.